Okay. What? Has anyone else reached a state of like perpetual iPhone storage death? I feel like every time I go on my phone to record something or download something, it's dead. I'm not paying for more. I already pay like £2 a month for 200 gigabytes, and that was a lot, and now it's filled up. I have 2 pieces here which I have to sand and prepare. I'm hoping the frames are arriving tomorrow because they're being exhibited next month. I love them so much. They're digital paintings which have been mounted on foam board. My first time doing this, but it's quite fun. It adds a sort of crafty element which I like because it's repetitive, and I can just sort of put on a YouTube video or something and just watch that in the meantime. Maybe I should turn this on. Whoa, yeah. I should really be wearing a mask for this. I don't think you should be breathing in foam. I mean, people drink foam on their coffee, so can't be too bad. Today's been like quite a lazy day, which never feels good. I did exercise in the morning and that makes me feel better. It gives me like a baseline where I'm like, I actually spoke about that in the previous video, about how like one thing per day, which is different from your job, that you do consistently, or even like every other 2 days or every other day, something like that. It sort of gives you a baseline to look back on and be like, okay, at least I did that today. At least I'm proud of what I did today, even if I did nothing else. And now at least I'm doing this and filming a bit. I was just doing this by myself, watching a YouTube video, but I think if I record myself, it'll make me be more conversational, and just sort of be less filtered, which I don't think I'm filtered on social media. I think I've got a level of like sarcasm, and I think if people know me in real life and then watch me online, I think it's pretty similar, but online you can edit yourself, and even though I'll be editing this as well, if I'm just talking and not like repeating myself, because I normally repeat a line like 5 to 10 times, it should feel more natural, more like a conversation where like I can make mistakes. And if I force myself to like not redo the take, I don't know, it might be more real. I had somebody call me rude the other day on Instagram, for not replying to them. If I have like intentionally ignored you, that's probably because I don't want to talk to you, or you're being like too pushy. But if I haven't even seen your message, like I have other things to do as well. Like I spend too much time on my phone, 100%. Even with the excuse of like social media content creation, I still like view my phone as something which brings me fun, like as well, even if it's not very good for me. Just because that is technically a big part of my job doesn't mean it's not also a source of leisure as well, just the same way that you're using it. And hate comments like that don't really affect me because I know it's like a flippant thing that somebody's messaged and like hasn't even thought twice about it. But even if they have, like, it's not my job to care. It is my job to be helpful though. And so controlling yourself on social media is something that I've learned. While I can be abrupt, and I make a point of trying to still be helpful. And I think that's a nice practice, and it helps be a better person in real life as well, or at least a more patient person. I clearly cannot multitask because I think I'm messing this up. No, I'm not. I'm okay. I'm doing okay. I'm fine. You're great. I can't lie, I love a craft. This is like just amazing. Something to do and just to talk while I'm doing it. I think this way of working, like creating panels from digital paintings, ever since curating my own shows and focusing more on that side and focusing more on social media as well, I've stopped creating so much. I have never created so much as when I am creating these, and it's just such a great feeling because it shows that I'm enthusiastic about it. Like I've been trying to do one piece every day because I know that if I don't, I will reach a certain point where I make a really good one, and then I stay on that high, and then I start feeling stuck like in a rut, working every day and like creating a piece every day and being like, okay, I've made good one. Keep on going, rather than like being like, oh, I can have a rest now. Because that's not how it works. You don't just like, it's not like I've made it, you know, until you've found something which like truly makes you happy outside of it. And I think I have lots of those things, and I need to remind myself every single day about all of the fucking amazing things that I have. But it's hard when it doesn't get taken away from you, God forbid. And it's just sitting there being great. The frames are arriving at some point, hopefully in the next 3 days. I'm hoping it's like tomorrow. Because I can't wait to get these in their frames. And the reason why I've mounted these is not only because it looks sick and it looks more like an object rather than something a bit flimsy. Tableau, maybe the word I'd use, is because I've bought panel frames, which are like tray frames where it has like a little floating gap, but it's 4 panels, and the panels can be like up to 6 millimeters. This is about, the foam board is 5 millimeters. I'm guessing the print is like, I don't know, like 0.1 or somewhere near it. So this should fit in them really well. The one thing I'm worried about though is that this is like quite a modern piece or contemporary piece. Wow. Embarrassing. And the frame is a contemporary frame, and I do love the look of it, but it's like Aeus wood, I think it was called, which has like the little streaks, natural streaks of wood in it. I think if we're talking about like balance here, I think a traditional like style of frame with like the streaks of wood on it might actually fit with the contemporary piece, rather than everything being like sleek and simple. That's what I'm telling to myself, but it might show up and like it might look horrible. Is that a thumbnail? Probably. I've also been sorting out my rent today for my next London flat. And I'm moving in with a friend, which I'm excited about, but the leasing agents are being difficult. And so that would be a bit of a spanner in the works if that doesn't go through. Oh, goodness. The cost of making a mistake on one of these is like £11 each time. And that adds up, so don't make a mistake. Never make mistakes, is my advice. I'm really hoping that in a similar fashion to how I once booked a train ticket with a return to London St Pancras, and then on my way back couldn't get through the barrier because I didn't actually book a return, and so I wasted £20 on a ticket. In the same fashion as that, I don't want that to happen here, because I have ordered a frame, 2 of them, but the sizes, you had to follow a guideline of like, oh, you need to add 1 centimeter to your artwork size. This is 25 by 30. I did 26 by 31. For some reason, even though I know that's correct, I feel like they're gonna arrive and I'm gonna realize that that math is just, like I've been taught math wrong, and that's actually not the correct calculation at all. There has to be a name for that, or something like Mandela effect or lunacy. I know where I've seen that before. You're cooking a recipe and then you look at the thing and it says like 5 teaspoons of sugar. So you put 5 teaspoons of sugar in and you've double checked this measurement, and then you look back and it's like 5 grams of sugar. Like, no, it wasn't, but whatever, you know? And then you have to throw the whole thing out. Well, actually sugar wouldn't be that bad. It's worse when it's like, I don't know, salt or garlic paste or something like that. Okay, it has been like 5 days because I ordered these frames over the weekend. They didn't send them out until like yesterday. So they've arrived today and they are here. Last segment was me shaving down the edges, and now I'm going to be putting them in the frames. I cannot wait. I really hope they're the correct size. If they're not, I don't know what to do. If they're ugly, I don't know what to do, but I'm hoping that they will just work out, and I think they will. So, and also, I did half of this series like in vertical format for like short form stuff. But I honestly cannot be bothered to do the whole process. I just want to talk. Like, I really like this format. I just want to talk and ramble and stuff. And I don't want to be like, hey guys, today I'm going to be framing 50 different things and have to work out like a hook and stuff. I don't want to do that. So let's open this up without cutting the products or myself. It's not really a good camera angle. But that's okay. That's fine. You don't care. You're fine. Where do I cut? I can't tell if that is an opening or if it's the standard middle of the box. It's probably the middle, right? I'm gonna... Yeah, that's correct. Okay. For future reference, it's this one. Oh. Be careful when handling knives. You know, I had a dream last night that they were actually the wrong size. I don't know if that means anything, but I just remembered it this morning. Like, I woke up, I had the strangest dream, but the only thing I remember is that this was too small for the, oh my goodness, for the pictures. So let's hope that doesn't happen in real life. But I suppose if it does happen in real life, then at least I'm a fortune teller. So we learned something. Please be good. Oh. Wrapped up like shoes. Okay. They do come pre-built, right? I don't see why they wouldn't come pre-built, because that is what I ordered. Okay, well, you know what? I suppose I'm up for some extra crafts. Cool, okay. So we got foam cheese puffs and the foam tape. And I hope that this frame that they've sent me is, oh my goodness, do I really have to build a frame? I thought this was a bespoke frame maker. I thought they make it themselves. Oh, for fuck's sake. Scan the QR code to learn how to assemble Jackson's bespoke frames. What are you talking about? What? There's nothing I can do about it now. Well, I should probably scan the QR code. Fine. Okay, everything's fine. So yeah, they haven't done it. Well, I at least hope that they've given me like glue or something. Okay, I'm guessing that's the hanging equipment, frame connectors inside. Oh, there's frame connectors. It might just be really easy, actually. Okay. So it's like stuff like this. Maybe it's easy then. Okay, hopefully it is. And then this is the accessories, the cord and the, whatever. I don't know why I'm explaining it. It's not like you're doing it. Oh, very fun. Okay, let's work on one at a time. These actually arrived a few hours ago, but I have been helping my mum rearrange the living room and it looks amazing, I can't lie. I think I should be an interior designer. Okay, it says to use a hammer, but it also says to glue it. What are you talking about? If you did not supply me with glue, I'm not gluing it. I'm gonna install the things that you sent me to install. It says we have to support the bottom with our finger and then do the outside one first. I don't trust this. I do not trust this whatsoever. Is that even going in? I don't think that's moving a single bit. But it's not moving. It's not moving at all. Maybe I should do the small one first. I mean, the small one's going in. Ow! Just hit my fucking thumb. Stop swearing. It's not right to swear. The corner one is in. I'm proud of that. But this top one, this other one is sort of concerning me because it's not moving. Should it need this much pressure? I don't think it should. I mean, seriously? Are you joking? You definitely don't need glue for this. Because, like, that's the most difficult thing ever. If all of the corners are this difficult, I'm getting somebody else to do it. This is no, this has taken me like 10 minutes for this one thing. Finally, are you joking? That's like the most ridiculous thing ever. At least it's never coming undone. Like even if there's a nuclear war, it will come undone. I think I'm getting to a point where I'm being at home and I am getting bored. And I want to go back to London. I'm currently sorting out my guarantor service for my new flat. The circles which they have got me running around in is like, I just want the flat. That's all I want. Okay, that was a lot easier. Makes me wonder what I did so detrimentally wrong the other time. Okay, so if you're getting a Jackson frame, do the long bit first and then do the short bit, as it says in the QR code. To be fair, they need people like me to test the wrong way so that, you know, you can see how difficult it is and why you should never do it that way. This does look really cool though. I think it could definitely go with like a white wax on the sides, which I could figure that out, or I can put some glue in there and just sort of clean it up a bit. I just had to delete 10 more gigabytes of storage. This is a never-ending cycle. Okay, on to the next one. Maybe I can record for 15 minutes this time. Yeah, I just want this flat. I just want to have nothing to worry about for like the next few months, which is what that will give me, or at least it'll get me closer to that. Whoa, that one's flush. Not worrying about much else until I actually get to university, and then I'm like, okay, I have to finally do university work again. I have been a bit spoiled. I haven't been doing university work since like May, and it's now like August. Pretty much end of August, almost September. So like, I haven't been doing any schoolwork for so long, but now I'm gonna have to do loads in like a year. I didn't expect to do this much work. I thought they'd arrive pre-packaged, but I suppose luckily this first one is almost done. Whoa, one swoop. Completely framed. Now let's see what the piece looks like inside. So, it looks pretty cool. Yeah, that's the thumbnail. And now the next bit is adding the piece. Or we could do the drilling the D rings into it. Actually, I'll do that afterwards. Yeah, I'll do that off camera. That's boring. So now the second part is adding the thing into the frame. I need to make sure that there's an even amount of space on each side. I prefer to eyeball things. I don't see why I'd have to do it any other way, because I think I've got pretty good eyeballs, and if it looks even, it likely is. This is like foam tape, which is double-sided. What? How do we use this? Okay, please cut cleanly. Thank you. And then I peel that when I'm ready. I think my goals with social media, probably to like have enough of a brand or whatever, so that I can live off of it, but I don't know if it's my passion. I think maybe like, I've been really enjoying doing YouTube because I don't need to plan it as much. I just sort of talk to the camera and stuff. So I'm just going to be focusing now. Now what I'm doing is peeling back a little bit of the sides to reveal some like of the sticky side of it. But this is so that we can get it into position, so it's even on all sides, which I am just going to eyeball because I can't be bothered to do anything else. Come on. Let's do it, I guess. There is a bit of wiggle room. I think that's looking pretty good. But when we're ready to confirm it, I just pull the tape off the sides and then it's stuck down forever. So pretty nerve-wracking stuff, actually, considering it will never come off. Okay, I've done it. I've done it. Oh no. Okay. Okay, right. Well, for a completely eyeballed job, I think that's pretty accurate. Some of the tape has ripped prematurely before completing its like entire thing, which I don't think is too bad. It's not going to come off. I mean, Like, unless you like ripped it off. But like, who's gonna do that? And so I think that's pretty successful. And I tell you what, I expected this to be quite indented into the frame, because it does have these gaps on the sides, which are made for like, it said that it can be like 6mm. This work is 5mm, and it's sitting pretty exact to the front of the frame, which looks amazing. That just looks so cool. I still have to do the other one, and honestly the other one is kind of like my favorite. But I mean, just look at that. That just looks so cool. Okay, now that that one's done and I've shown you what the process is, I'm gonna relax a bit. You know, I got hit in the face the other day by my door on my wardrobe, and it really, really hurt. So never again. Hashtag never again. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't check if the... Oh, thank God. I never check, you know when like there are like text, you need to check that it's the right way up. Luckily this piece is the right way up with the text. I never check those things, and I mean, this is one of those times where I've lucked out. I can't wait to see them on the wall. These are going to go next to each other. One of them is going above and one of them is going below. As above, so below, whatever that means. And they're going to be in the First Pulse exhibition in Fitzrovia. Okay, it might be because I was filming in 4K. So I've changed it to HD. The type of people who show up to these events are like, well, it depends. They're all different. A lot of them are like faking a lot of stuff, or they are actually like rich people who are like not really rich, but like they're sort of rich, or they want people to think they're rich. And so they go to these events, and it's all for like appearances and stuff, and alcohol and drugs, and they know that the people there can like get them those things, and they probably for free and stuff if you just like kiss their ass. But yeah, I'm so glad that like with Art Pulse it's going to be so different. I did an interview with Megan. Here it is, and it's just going to be so different with like the types of people we're inviting, and it's just going to be like actual people who you can talk to without like getting a fucking headache from like, oh my goodness, this person is so, not like a bad person or anything, it's just like their whole world is defined by like how much money someone has, or what they can say to make them seem the funniest. Like, it's just like, give me a normal conversation, please. I think to save some storage, I'll stop filming this process and just show you when this one's done or near done. Or if I have any other thoughts. I'll see you in a sec. This one's done. Stupid thumbnails. I feel like I'm starting to sound like a broken record when I'm at home. And I think a big part of that is just like, I'm worrying about where I'm going to live next year. Am I going to be able to get it, or am I going to have to find a different place to live? And it's like, that's the only thing I'm talking about, because that's the only thing that I'm worrying about. If I don't get this thing, my whole plan that I've been like preparing for pretty much this entire year is like out of the window. Hashtag put your eggs in one basket, right? It would suck. Luckily this tape is really bendy, so I can just sort of make a mistake and be fine, which I love. I love mistake-proof things. Down, don't you think the early 2000s seem so far away? Hey. I love Mood Ring by Lorde. I actually did a piece called 50 Listens to Mood Ring, which is very similar to the piece that I'm about to frame, and that was quite a while ago. And I'm thinking, I've gotten so much better at like using Photoshop / Photopea or whatever. I could definitely revisit some of my old works and make them like 10 times better than what they are. And I think that's what I will do. Once I'm ready to do something else and then put this series on a hold for a bit, I think I could go do that, because I did like those works. They were sad, but I liked them. And I still do. And I think that's a good sign that I want to go and revisit things, because I used to like finish paintings and just be like, okay, that's it, I'm done, I don't want to touch it again. Every time I would paint, I'd have to convince myself, and it's probably because it's messy, and I probably just don't enjoy it that much as a medium. But this one's ready. This one is ready. That's what it looks like with all the tape on it, and then you just peel the yellow layer off and stick your thing on. Even though I'm not really saying anything like coherent in this section of the video, because I'm so focused, it's unbelievable. I found that on YouTube, there's like a way you can edit anything to be enjoyable. And I don't think people come to YouTube for like perfect things. But filming for short form content is so difficult, because if you don't film the right hook, you haven't got one at all. And then people aren't going to watch it. But for this, it's like you build more of a community easier. I find that on TikTok as well, you get a lot of community, which is weird. On Instagram, I think it's more like, even though I've got the most followers on Instagram, I feel like the connection that I have with my Instagram followers is much less than I have with TikTok or YouTube. But maybe that's just because people aren't like voicing their opinions on Instagram as much. But my jumper, by the way, it's from the 12 to 13-year-old section in Marks and Spencer. But like, it fits. They also had another one which was like blue and brown, which I thought made me look like one of those Tom LeBoos from In the Night Garden. But like, please tell me why I couldn't find this design in the adult section. That's them. They're done. Except from the hanging bits, which have to go on the back. But that's all I'm doing today. This iPhone storage debacle is ridiculous. How much money do I have to pay to film a video? To be fair, I have been filming on 4K, and that's been a pretty embarrassing thing to discover. But also, I love 4K. It shouldn't require that much gigabytes. I was recording for 7 seconds, and it got like up to like 10 gigabytes, 10 megabytes. Why is it so expensive? Like, why is it so daterally expensive? But that's them. They're pretty cool. And now I am ready to go to bed after I clear all of this up, because that is just, I mean, that's a mess. I can't wait to see them exhibited and hopefully sold. But I would also like one for myself, because they are quite cool. I think that one is very, very nice. I mean, they both are nice, but that one's my favorite, I think. But hopefully that's provided some insight on what it's like to mount and frame work if you've never done it before. It was pretty fun, actually. It added a crafty element. However, I tell you what, next time I think I'm gonna do it while listening or watching something, because I mean, trying to talk when doing that, I can't multitask, clearly, and I need my focus time, but still turned out pretty well. So that's pretty much it. I don't know what I'm going to film this week. Random tasks, or maybe something not art related at all. If you want to see me answer some questions sarcastically, that was 2 videos ago. And then last week I did tips on how to survive as a freelancer. So go watch that. And as always, if you are interested in my art projects or anything that I'm working on, my Instagram hears about it first. So, well, actually, you heard about this project first, but the other projects, normally my Instagram hears about it, so go and follow me on there. Almost at 10,000, well, 2,000 away, but I think I can do that before the end of the year. And that's pretty much everything, so